Staples out.
See. Alright, so today our learning target is I can identify parts of a quadratic. So we're going to learn about the parts. We're going to define some vocab words. We're going to label, and then you get your homework. Super exciting, super quick, super easy. Alright, so a quadratic is a function with what as an exponent? Two. Take a point.
Good job.
2 as an exponent. So f of x equals x squared is a quadratic function. Yay. Go team. Are we ready? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Alright, are we ready?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, I'm in. Hold on, no, I'm not. I think we're ready.
Right. So we're going to add one word at the very bottom. We're going to add the word parabola. And I don't know why I didn't add it, because I'm a crazy person. Well, it's the graph of a quadratic. Yay! So parabola is that U, that taco, that mountain, that's what we're making. So parabola is the graph of a quadratic. Graph of a quadratic. Are we ready for the next word? Okay, so these are parabolas. This is when it's positive. This one's when it's negative. Does everybody understand? All right, our next word that we're going to talk about is vertex. So what do you think the vertex is after what we did yesterday? Or?
The height, the maximum, minimum.
So the highest or the? Yes. Take a point. All right, so it is the, Christina, get a point because you got that. All right, so the highest or lowest part of a parabola. And it's written as a coordinate. All right, so on the parabola on the left, where is our vertex? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? You guys sound so excited to be here. All right, what about over here? Is this a vertex?
No.
Is this one? Is this one? So is this the highest or lowest point?
Highest.
What about this one?
Lowest.
All right, is this going to be a maximum or minimum?
Minimum. Maximum. I thought you just said it was a negative, so it's a minimum. I meant a maximum. So I was like, versus all.
This is a maximum. It is the highest point. Max means most. Most means highest. Highest means maximum. Alright, so maximum is at the highest or lowest point. Highest point on a parabola. Are you about to die, Van? Then please take the G and go. Parabola. Alright, so does the left or right have a maximum? The right. Maximum. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Are we sure? Other than Andrew.
Yes.
Alright, what's our next word? And what's the minimum? The lowest point. Take a point. So like you guys are at your minimum level of interaction. Alright, lowest point of a parabola. So is there a minimum on the left or on the right?
Left.
The left. So underneath that vertex, right? Minimum. Do we understand? Are we alive? What's happening out there? Mm-hmm. What do you think the axis of symmetry is? What's the axis? Kind of. Kind of. What does the word symmetry do? Cut it in half and it's the same on both sides, right? So what would the axis of symmetry of a parabola be?
The point where you can split it in half.
Yes, the point where you can split it in half and be the same on both sides. And where do you think that point is? The vertex. So the axis of symmetry, it cuts the parabola in half and it passes through the vertex. Every single time. Every single time. So axis of symmetry passes through the vertex. It's vertex, Blair. And x-axis cuts the parabola in half. And our vertex we write as a coordinate. Our maximum minimum we write those as a coordinate. Our axis of symmetry is an equation. And since it passes through the x-axis, it's going to be x equals. So it's x equals and whatever the x is. Pew, pew, pew. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Are we sure? You guys just told me that to make me happy. Alright, so are you ready to remix? Identify the axis of symmetry. On the right, where is the axis of symmetry? The dotted line. It is an imaginary line. You don't draw it each time. On the left, where is the axis of symmetry? The y-axis. This is the axis of symmetry. So this equation would be x equals what?
X equals X
Because it's the y-axis. And it passes through x at 0. So it's where it passes through the x-axis. Over here, we could guess on the one on the right. What do you think that is? It's right here?
No.
Yes, children. This is the axis of symmetry. So what x value does it pass through, roughly? I would say -3. Right here, guys. This is where it passes through. Put ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I know where the vertex was. It's the little number.
It's the x. Well, it's the x value of the vertex. So we could guess and say this is -3. Because we don't exactly, I mean, it's not on a graph, so we don't know. Alright, so roots or zeros. Those are solutions. Solutions. And they are where the parabola crosses the x-axis. Where the parabola crosses the x-axis. They are also called x-intercepts. And they, the y value is always 0. So when you're looking for those on a table, you look for where y equals 0. And when you're doing these, you can either have 2, 1, or no solutions. No zeros, no roots. 2 would mean it crosses how many times? Twice. 1 would mean it crosses how many times? And no, there isn't one. Alright, so this right here, we have 2 roots. How many do we have on the one on the right? 2. We're going to call those zeros because they are interchangeable. And what is our last word? Text me later. The y-intercept. And what is a y-intercept? Where it crosses what? Yes. Y. Where the parabola, or parabola as Alex wants to say, crosses the y-axis. And it will only have one. It will only have one.
Won't or will?
Will. And I didn't draw a line to identify that because I'm a crazy person. I don't know. So on the left, where is our y-intercept?
Where the vertex is.
Where the vertex is. Take a point. And on the right?
It's to the right.
Yes, it's right there. Okay, ready for your homework?
The next page.
Nope. Yes, I'm going to move it up. Do you have any questions on this? Because you all look like you've never seen words before and you don't know what vocab is. Like sometimes you look like a nice, quiet child.